morning. Dr. Saab has already covered up our basic focus, which is customers. So I will not dwell on the customers, that's a given. उसके बिना हमारा आगे गुजारा नहीं है. लेकिन उन्होंने जो बाकी के पहलुओं की बात की है, मैं उनके बारे में बात करना चाहूँगा कि how do we actually stay relevant in today's market? Before I go to what is the relevance, what is it that we need to change, मेरा थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड दे देता हूँ. मैंने प्राइवेट सेक्टर में भी काम किया हुआ है, फॉरेन बैंक्स में भी काम किया हुआ है और अब कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर में आया हुआ हूँ. The key difference between working across the three sectors, customer segment and intent. Private sector banks, foreign banks are all about making money for themselves. Cooperative banks are here to serve the industry and survive in a cutthroat environment. क्योंकि जैसे सर ने बोला, we lose customers not because of our service standards but because of the competition. So if we have to survive, what is it that we need to do? I'm a pure operations person. I have handled operations and various other functions under the Chief Operating Officer tag, which includes legal, HR, IT, other aspects as well. Banking के अंदर, especially for UCBs, 4 key important factors हैं जहाँ पर हमें अपने आप को देखना पड़ेगा. When we started our banking careers, check clearing को day 1, day 2, day 7, day 21 and unlimited period of time लगता था check clearing में. That check or cash were the only 2 options available to us as a financial industry where we could service the customers. मैं जब एक इंटरव्यू में गया तो आई वॉज हैंडलिंग कैश मैनेजमेंट सर्विसेज एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम और मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता था क्योंकि ये सारा कैश मैनेजमेंट वाज अबाउट डिस्काउंटिंग ऑफ चेक्स जहाँ पर फी इनकम बहुत अच्छी थी, मैनेजमेंट ऑफ एमआईएस एंड डेटा जो कस्टमर की रिक्वायरमेंट होती थी एंड बेसिक एक्यूरेसी ऑफ प्रोसेसिंग, टाइमलीनेस. तो मैंने कहा ये जो फील्ड है कैश मैनेजमेंट, दिस इज़ ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी अ रिक्वायरमेंट. तो जो इंटरव्यूअर थे उन्होंने कहा लेकिन अगले साल 1.5 साल तक डिजिटल पेमेंट्स आने वाले हैं, तब तक NEFT RTGS शुरुआत नहीं हुई थी. उन्होंने कहा जब डिजिटल पेमेंट शुरुआत हो जाएगी उसके बाद में तो कैश मैनेजमेंट की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. मैंने कहा सर कैश मैनेजमेंट इज़ नॉट मैनेजिंग फ्लोज अलोन, इट इज़ ऑल्सो मैनेजिंग डेटा. आज की तारीख में हर इंडस्ट्री, every BFSI sector is working on data. Today, we are processing millions of transactions daily through a digital channel. Convenience? Yes. Increase in frauds? Yes. Today, globally, the biggest factor of crime by value is digital frauds globally. India has lost officially in the year 2024 22,800 crores. That has been reported on 1930 and NCRP portals. This same figure has gone marginally higher to 22,900 crores. Iska recovery rate is less than 10% is what is the unofficial known figure. So 2,000 करोड़ रिकवरी हो रही है, 20,000 करोड़ के आसपास, 22,000 करोड़ के आसपास का रिपोर्टेड फिगर्स हैं. अनरिपोर्टेड फिगर्स आर यूजुअली 2 to 3 times, तो अबाउट 50-60,000 करोड़ हर साल इंडिया में साइबर फ्रॉड्स हो रहे हैं. पहले द टारगेट एरिया वॉज प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक्स एंड nationalized banks and then they are now moving to the cooperative banking scenario. So today, cooperative banks face an existential challenge. There are 4 key factors that drive costs. Technology, cost of compliance, one of the highest factors, risk factors, and separately the cost of staffing. क्योंकि अगर हमें वर्ल्ड क्लास सर्विसेज देनी है, हमें वर्ल्ड क्लास प्रैक्टिसेस अडॉप्ट करने हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ कंप्लायंस एंड रिस्क, we have to invest money in people. It is a big cost. Can all banks afford this cost? The answer is going to be unfortunately no. Because if you look at a chartered accountant, a chartered financial accountant, the costs range anywhere between 90 lakhs to 1.5, 2 crores. You can hire a lower resource in terms of value, but you may not get the same quality that you're looking at in the market. So quality becomes a challenge. We keep wondering whether we should invest in staff costs, we should look at technology, we should look at X, Y, Z. कुछ सालों पहले तक रिस्क और कंप्लायंस फंक्शन इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं हुआ करते थे कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स में, वो आज मैंडेटेड हैं. ये कॉस्ट कम नहीं होता. But unless we are going to invest in this, the cost of regulation will become prohibitive. Cooperative banks will not be able to afford this cost at all. If we have to survive in the market today, we will have to reimagining how we are doing our business, how we are cutting costs, and where we are cutting costs. Cost of technology should be considered an investment and not an expense. Invest in the right technology with the right systems. Partner with fintechs. We cannot survive individually in this market. We need strong partners to drive our technology. As a bank, TJSB is doing close to 1 million transactions daily. 70% of those transactions are digital, which is close to 7 lakh transactions a day on UPI, IMPS, NEFT, RTGS. By this method, you also need to have very, very strong and robust processes to understand the risk that we are running for the customers, because we are custodians of money for the customers. So how do we safeguard these things? What is the technology? What is the AI ML tools that are being applied to ensure a risk-free transaction environment to our customers? Jaise sir ne kaha, we are losing our customers due to lack of trust as well. There are certain bad examples that we have seen in the past. We need to avoid those traps. We need to be profitable, we need to be sustainable, and we need to change with the times. आज की तारीख में जो हमारा पहले का advantage था, being a neighborhood bank, that neighborhood bank advantage has been taken away by digital transactions. We are open 6-7 hours a day on working days. Digital banking works 24/7, 365. The footfall has reduced. There are public sector banks who are viewing or who are looking at options of running branches with just 3 staff: branch manager, cashier, and supervisor. Why? Because so much of staff is now no more required. People are not walking into the branches as much. Even today, customers that come into cooperative banks ask for passbooks, and it is mandated by the RBI. I'm giving a small example, but most private sector banks have moved away from passbooks and have got into statements either monthly or quarterly, and these are e-statements. So cost of paper, cost of sending across these statements, printing, printers, all of that has reduced. Our customers are also customers of those banks. They don't go and ask for these things there. They will ask for these things here. So we have to balance out along with the times whether we need to continue with these things or we need to start educating the customer to move to a digital channel. UCBs are uniquely placed to service customers of a broad band. The lower strata may still require certain services which are cost ineffective, but we have a social obligation to make sure we are servicing them. By no means am I saying that we should stop. However, today is the time to pause, step back, and think, what is our strategic advantage? Can we continue to say we are a cooperative bank and we are extremely good on our service without focusing on costs, I don't think that will be sustainable in the long term. Simple example, a savings account opening, if we are sourcing the account costs anywhere between 1800 to 2400 rupees. If we are having an average balance of 2000 rupees at a spread of even 5%, will take close to 8-9 years to just recover costs if they only maintain 2000 rupees. Is it sustainable? The answer is no. Then we need to educate the customers to save more, keep more, lending products, having multiple sources and products offered to the same customer. They are our captive base. We need to deepen our relationship with every customer and retain them. The message is simple: adopt or perish. Today the ministry, cooperative ministry, RBI, is very strongly supporting the cooperative movement. We need to take advantage of it now and see how best we can position ourselves by partnering, by reimagining, by redoing ourselves. Thank you.